Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
Anyways, we just watched Hunger Games, Songbirds and Snakes. I'm just gonna outright say it. For the most part, like, there's portions of mediocrity, and then there's portions that are just dog shit. And I think the dog shit moments take my memory over more than just the mediocre moment. You know what I'm saying? That kind of sums up my experience with this movie. Uh, Anyone else? First impressions? Baffled.
Oh, I'm
A lot
I'm
of stupid
baffled.
shit. Like a lot.
This story doesn't make sense. Like, you know how I keep saying they don't do plots anymore? Well, this is worse. This is the plot they attempted doesn't make sense.
There's there's a number of things that made no fucking sense at all.
Mhm.
We're supposed to just take it on face value. 100%.
Like, I guess the emperor lady, the doctor lady, whatever she is she the emperor, the doctor, whatever? And-
She was referencing the president, so she's not the president. Something else.
Okay.
Just
But
call her
she's
Viola.
like she's the person of power in this movie.
Seemingly, yeah.
Okay, so she's still alive, I think, and he didn't exactly become emperor in that. So prequel, sequel.
Yeah.
They're gonna make another one.
Well, duh, we knew that already. Or even, like
So-
the originals would definitely tell everyone we're gonna make a shit ton of these. Kind of like Harry Potter.
But why did him and his girlfriend turn on each other?
No one knows, and in fact, the acting was kind of weird behind it.
It was really weird.
She's
Like it was out of place in so many different ways. Like him in the woods.
yeah, like shooting in the like. All right, let's set this up because she was like, first she made a nonsensical statement that he also just agreed with. She's like, if you want to do some fishing, look under the floorboards right there. It's like, well, it's pouring rain out. You guys are on the run. Like, maybe you should like wait for like maybe calm down a bit, or like you're expecting like some sort of romantic scene where they get close to each other, and then someone turns on the other one. Like that whole sequence, I was like, is he dreaming? What's going on here?
But yet, when she turns on him, she gives him two loaded guns.
Yeah, and she starts acting like weird. Like he looks under the floorboards and there's guns there. The guns that were from when the mayor's daughter got murdered, right, in District 12.
No, I
Right?
got why.
No, I
got
get that they
why.
were there.
Those guns.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you turn on somebody, you don't give them a loaded gun. That's dumb.
but I'm saying it's the way that it was done was just like even the acting was weird. She was just like, oh, huh.
Oh, and then
Those guns are there. I guess you have to
putting it-
destroy them and blah 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 blah.
putting the snake under the guy's mom's scarf thing or whatever it was.
Yeah, so he chases like all right. She's like, I'm gonna go pick some Katniss, which is I guess some flower thing, and also the name of
No, she said
Jayla.
it was like it's like a type of potato.
Oh yeah, they used to call them potato plants or potato plants. And okay, she's gonna go pick some, and it's like pouring rain out. It's still pouring rain. It was like, why is he gonna fish, and why are you gonna get? Okay, good.
Yeah, he addresses the scene too and says, "It's raining. Why?"
And she has this
Like,
weird, awkward
we
smile.
couldn't see that.
Yeah,
We couldn't see that.
had this weird, awkward smile on her face as she did it, as like, yo, she's gonna run, bro, right? And then I guess he's like, as he stares at like the gun for 3 years, I guess then he leaves to go after her. and okay, magically it stops raining, and she's nowhere to be seen. He's yelling for her in the woods, which is also like, aren't you guys on the run? Whatever. Then he finds the fucking sweater there, right? His mom's sweater that he gave to Lucy. And underneath this sweater is the most disciplined snake of all time. He's just like waiting there, like, okay, when you, like, I guess she can actually control snakes. She has like a magic power or something because she did it in the Hunger Games thing. She like controlled the snakes by singing, and they didn't just like kill her like right there. I thought that's another confusing scene, but I'll get back to it. This disciplined snake from under the sweater gets up, bites him in the arm. We're like, oh shit, what up? Like, as stupid as it is how you got there. It's like, oh shit, like that actually worked. So he's fucked now. Like, no, it wasn't even a poisonous. It was just a snake that was just there.
It's a snake that strikes that doesn't have poison.
Yeah,
Which what?
right under his mom's
Like,
sweater.
I thought there was only. I guess they're non-poisonous snakes, but they don't really strike. And
I don't know. It's their world. We're just watching it. Uh, he then proceeds to like or he hears her voice saying. I guess she actually is singing, but of course he has no like surround sound audio because like he's just confused at where she's at, even though he can just like kind of listen and hear where the source is coming from. But I guess it confuses him. And then the mocking jays start whistling as well, and that like really tilts him. And he starts taking the gun that is supposed to be evidence that he's supposed to be getting rid of. He just takes it, starts firing it up straight up into the air at these birds, starts spinning in circles and firing this fucking gun. It's like
oh, no,
I'm
Jordan.
confused. I'm confused.
No,
Man.
Jordan.
I think the writers
They're
were
on the
too.
run. They're on the run.
Oh yeah, he was hunting the birds for food so that they can survive longer.
And he had a full clip. He missed every single bird.
Yeah, well, he was just rage shooting. He was just like spinning, literally spinning in a circle, like just fucking spinning and shooting. And I guess that's the moment when he's like, you know what? I'm evil. He's
They
like,
guess. Get this. Then he was no longer on the run.
yeah,
he
returned
to.
yeah, he just went back. Also explained that he had a snake bite, right? Because the army dude, the lead army dude, was like, did you get your arm taken care of by the doctors? Like, yeah, snakes bite hard, or whatever the fuck he says to him. It's like, so you knew he was out in the woods by himself and got bit by a snake, and we don't hear his explanation for that. I guess he just allowed to do that. I guess I don't know.
He gets called back, and now he is the Doctor Emperor Lady's protege.
Yeah. Well,
Unless there's a president, and they whatever.
let's add some stupid here because right, this dude Snow, his supposed best friend, just got hung and killed for treason. Yet this guy's out in the woods, gets bit by a snake, and his army dude's just all cool with it. He's like, yeah, sure. Like didn't this guy's best friend just hang for treason? And it's like, wouldn't he be suspicious to you?
The plans changed.
Got it.
That was his line right there at the end, the general or whatever. Oh, you're no longer going to general school. You're going to the doctor, lady.
Yeah.
What?
Because he sent her the recording, but it's like I
Yeah.
get the way the character like made it seem when he first did it, or when he first did it, I thought he was doing it for the sake of getting the Viola Davis's attention so that he can get back to where he wants to be, which is his home or whatever. But apparently he wasn't doing that on purpose. I don't know what reason he did that for. Maybe he thought because his friend's super rich, that his dad he'll just get a slap on the wrist and his friend will be safe. But instead, his friend fucking gets hung, bro. Like he actually gets killed for it. I don't know. That's just the ending of the marks of stupidity.
I'm trying to think. You heard that line at the end, the things you love the most or what kill you or whatever?
Sure. I don't know if I heard it.
Trying to think back to the end of the original trilogy. Is his girlfriend ever was in it? And did she like kill him? It was.
Okay.
I don't think so. I just, I just think that was a cheesy line that made no fucking sense. Oh, he loves power or something? Maybe that's what they meant?
I thought, well, this movie, like this movie is the only thing I can really speak for. The other ones I'm going to be lost on. I don't know their lore. I barely paid attention to the movies when I was watching them. Whatever. But in this movie, it seemed like he was so obsessed with, I guess, trying to be with this girl that he compromised around every corner just to be with this girl. And then the girl ends up leaving him and it turns into Dr. Evil. Right? That's kind of what they were going with. It's just done very poorly, in my opinion.
I think he got so mad at not understanding what happened either that he said, fuck it, I'm going to be emperor.
The actor, no, not even the actor, the character saw the script, took it, and rewrote his own version at the end. I get it. Like, fuck it, I'm just going to start shooting shit.
It it was so fucking whoa. Just whoa.
Yeah. Plenty of flubs, by the way. They're, walking around in here.
Oh, and he's the victor of the Hunger Games.
Metaphorically
What
speaking.
that fuck. I don't even know the fuck he. Why? Because he killed his girlfriend.
He didn't kill his girlfriend.
He shot through the woods a direct shot, and it looked like she fell over.
There was no
I
body,
don't know.
bro.
I know. I'm just saying it looked like she could have been shot, and they left it for I don't know.
Viola Davis
Open-ended.
said no one found her. Right? I
Oh,
think she said no one found her.
okay.
There were some weird flubs here. The non-blood thing was kind of weird throughout the movie, but I get it. PG-13 can't show massive amounts of blood, but when someone gets jabbed in the neck with a glass bottle, bro, like a little bit, it's gonna like it's an eyesore. It just looks weird.
We were looking at a clear bottle, but we didn't even see your throat. Like they hid even her throat from it.
Yeah. Like you put her like hand over it, and then it's just like, oh, nothing. Like there's a number of times with characters like getting stabbed, and then they like touch the wound and look at their hand shaking. The stereotypical thing in a movie, but you don't see their hand, like the palm of their hand where the blood is. You see like the back of their hand, like, oh, I'm bleeding. Oh,
I didn't see any blood on any kills.
there was
Now that I
some.
think about it.
What?
What?
The girl with tuberculosis who drank the poison.
Oh, she had a bloody nose.
Yeah, her nose
That's
blood.
about the only blood we saw. While people got stabbed with the
dude who got
trident
crucified, he
2 or
had
3
blood on his
times,
face. Yeah.
or a pitchfork.
Yeah.
But they didn't show blood with the pitchfork stabbings.
Some also just other just eyesores and flubs looking type things in regards there. And here's what makes it worse: that it's playing a role in the story. If those things happen, it's just like, wow, that was a fucking terrible CGI. All right, but if the story if it's actually affecting the story because of how bad something CGI looks, like we're in bad territory. And one of these is it's not CGI, but it's like a visual flub where this pillar, it looks like it has like rebar through it. It's pure concrete. Lands on Snow's back. It's like it crushes him, bro. He gets crushed with it. This tiny girl Lucy, like fucking deadlifts it off the ground and gets him out of there, right? And then he's like, "Oh, you saved my life." It's like, no, there was like those police officer dudes like 10 feet behind them, like like picking kids off who were trying to run away and shit. It's like, so they would have saved him anyways. Like he was fine, but they made it seem like, oh, wow, you saved him. And it's like all he did, like the next day, I think he like laid in bed and got up and was just walking around like normal. Like he limped a little bit. It's like, did she really save his life? Like, what were you trying to sell me there? And it leads to like a forced romance garbage bullshit where it's like, I don't know why these two even like each other, bro. To be honest with you. Yeah, think about it. Like, she tried to kiss him before the whole Hunger Games thing happened, bro. Right?
Right.
Like, he didn't fucking save her yet and give her the poison, and do all that shit. She fucking kissed him before, or tried to kiss him before that. I was like, what? Uh,
She liked him before she knew he was her mentor.
yeah. I thought she was like
said something like,
rebellious, but I guess not.
"Hello, gorgeous," or something like that. She said something like that about him, right? Right at the very beginning.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Uh, there's like randomly the dude, the snow guy, kills that kid. He goes to save his friend. Right, he, like, hits him with like a shovel or something, and then smashes him again when he's on the ground.
Yeah.
For no reason. But I guess they're saying like, oh, his animalistic instincts are coming out, and he's becoming like the villain. I don't know.
I think he's just a schizo, and
He-
he didn't even mean to become emperor. It just
He's bad because he's bad. That's it.
no, he's just got really bad mood swings. He seemed kind of heroic at certain points, and then he's like, "Yeah, fuck that." What? All right.
What's this? The kid with the rabies. That was fucking hilarious. Like, I fucking died laughing when I saw that shit. Like, this dude's like foaming at the mouth and shit.
Yo, he
Hit him
fell
a
back,
bottle
bro.
of water.
He fucking fell back.
He got hit with one of the drones and bottles of water. Like, those things are OP, by the way. They're like the most destructive thing on earth is a drone with a glass bottle of water, like,
Hey, bro, you
flying
don't want
at
to
you.
be hit. You don't want to be hit with a thick piece of glass. No pause,
Got what? 6 people?
These motherfuckers are getting hit in the chest with that shit, bro. Fuck out of here.
bro. Bro, it's like a missile. I'm
Cut one
telling you,
dude's
know what
throat
that's
when
like.
it came in the
That's
drone.
painful. Round glass is fucking strong. You'd be surprised.
Oh, come on. I want to hear that shit in a movie.
No, trust me.
I don't want to hear that shit where there's teenage girls flinging like tridents at people and killing them. Like, I don't want to hear that in a movie. But
Bro.
this dude was like falling back. You know that shit in movies? Like, no one can see me, but like the shit where we're like on the edge of a cliff and you're like, whoa, 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 like we're about to fall. He did that for a solid 10 to 15 seconds. Like, bro, lean forward so you don't fall back. And then he just falls 20 feet to his death, like slamming on like his back of his head on the concrete and shit. Like, holy fuck, was that just stupid looking? And him getting rabies is also another. I thought he got poisoned. Like, no, the characters had to explain. Like, oh, he got rabies when he got bit by that thing. It's like, my God.
It was he protected. So I heard you talking, thinking it was some rat. No, it was a bat. And they told us the story. They didn't show it. He laid over the girl. What's the main character girl?
Lucy.
While they were in the train to get transported to the capital, as in they were chosen for the Hunger Games, he laid over her and got bit by a bat in the process.
So he had convenient rabies that's spurred out at the exact moment the script needed him to. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. What else? Oh, the snakes in the end of the Hunger Games, where it's just insta killing everyone, right? Like, hey, guys, the script. It's like the writers were like, all right, fuck, we got 6 people left. We were supposed to like, fuck, but we have a runtime here. We got deadlines to meet, so we can't just have them throw the fucking snakes in there, have them just murder everyone. Except for the girl, we need her alive. So how are we gonna save her? It doesn't make sense. How's she gonna live in the
I love
scenario?
how they murdered
let her sing.
She's gonna sing. Oh, she'll sing, and the snakes will get charmed by it and be like, you know what? I like this Colombian Southern girl. We're not gonna kill her right now. We're just gonna we're gonna be coat hangers for her. We're just gonna hang on her arms and shit like that. So she must have been singing that entire time while Viola Davis is contemplating, like, do I save this girl or not? What do I do here? She's out there like singing it like a B flat, like holding a B flat for fucking 10 minutes straight. Oh, just fucking so the snakes don't fucking like, bitch, you stop singing. They start biting her and fucking strangling her and shit. Like, what the fuck was that? And
And I loved how the snakes killed everybody. They just covered their mouth and nose so they couldn't breathe anymore, and then bit them a little
another
bit.
physical eye like action eyesore where it's just like these snakes just roll on top of people and they're like, oh yeah, they're dead. Like you don't see like violent snake bites and fucking all that shit because
Oh,
you
They
13 you
just
can't do it.
they just covered them like a sea, and that killed him.
Like, holy shit! And then they keep it a mystery whether the Lucy girl, lives or dies. And then we just see her randomly in the next part, which when they go from the end of part 2 into part 3, it feels like the movie, like it's a new movie. Like we're in a different movie now. Like it's completely different to me. At least the way it felt. And I mean,
Oh, it was part 3 until you said something. I didn't know there was parts. I didn't know they were doing that.
yeah, they split them up in the sections. Ever. I don't know.
Well,
This-
then maybe they got them out of order then, and that's why we're confused. They
yeah, sure.
rearranged them.
Yeah, sure.
Part 1's supposed to be part 3.
Did you rate it?
Nah, I'm about to rate it. So that's just some amongst other flubs. The biggest flub of all in this movie has to be the ending, because endings make or break movies. But and with all the mediocrity and all the cringiness and all the shitty parts of the movie, the ending sucks as well. It's bad. And like poor Peter Dinklage, where they're like, "Hey man, all right, so here's what's gonna happen, Peter. You're gonna take this little vial, and you're gonna think it's like some I don't know what the fuck he thought it was. Uh, essence of nightshade, milk of the poppy. I don't know what the fuck he thought it was, but he fucking drank that vial, like threw it back, the whole thing, out of this dude's bag and shit. Like I don't know why you're doing that, but all right. Maybe it was like some sort of like alcohol or something for them. I don't know. But then he's like, wait, this is poison. He's like, oh. He has the face of I just got poisoned and shit. And they make Peter Dinklage awkwardly die on a desk where he's like kind of like leaned back and chilling, or he's like at a weird like chair with a desk there, and he has to like die on it somehow. And they don't cut the camera at all. They keep it like all in one shot of his death scene. It's just like this awkward looking shit. Man. I'm like, oh, why you do Peter like that, bro? Like he's a good actor, and you put him in this weird scenario where he has to like show that he's dying by poison with no other like effects going on, no camera cuts, just like here, die on this desk. Like remember, you can't
Bare
fall over though.
minimums.
We need you in the camera shot. If you fall over, you're out of the shot. So make sure you land on the desk a certain way with your face. Make sure your face is facing the camera. You know what I'm saying? We need your face there, Peter, because everyone knows that you're Peter Dinklage. You're very famous. We need your face on camera. So like die in this weird, awkward way like this. It's like poor fucking Peter, man. Like that's that's fucked up, man. I'm sure that guy has awards, and they did that to him like that. It's fucked up.
Minimum, the way his body was at the end, he should have fell off the chair at least.
No, he had to, like weirdly lean back, keep his face on camera, make sure the audience realizes that he's dying, and then like he had to do all that and like one little take like that. It's like, oh my god,
It's
that was just
like
weird.
you're telling me this dude's not a midget? Like the gap between his head on the table, sorta, and him in a chair, he would have fell.
I mean, just being dead, where your body goes limp, I think would have had him
Right.
fall. Like anyone would have like,
Right.
probably just fell over or something.
I'm just saying the gap. The gap between the chair and the table would have made a midget fall.
I would think so. Yeah. Once again, the ending. We explained all the weirdness and awkwardness of the ending and the nonsense, a lot of nonsensical shit. All right. Rating for this movie? God. And I guess the positive would be an attempt at saying some sort of message socially about underclasses versus overclasses or whatever, 1% versus the 99%, wherever the fuck. Like, there's attempts there, and what else? What did Viola Davis say at the end? That was kind of interesting, and that Snow said as well, which is, "Oh, I learned the truth of what the Hunger Games really is. Like we're all in it, and I just happen to be the winner." Like, oh, that's fucking interesting. It's not a bad quote. Too bad all these things leading up to it were dog shit, but that's like a interesting type of quote, and it was themed in the movie, so I'll give him credit for that. It didn't just like come out of nowhere. That's like the I guess the shiny spot of the movie for me. Overall, though, my rating 6.8, 6.8, maybe 6.9 if I was a little more generous with the social commentary, but I'm not. So 6.8. Anyone else?
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Not enough information.
Oh, you're waiting for the next movie, huh? Look at you.
No, I'm not encouraged. I'm not encouraging
Yep,
it.
yep, you got it.
I'm-
You win Hunger Games. You got Dubster on board. He's gonna watch your second
No,
fucking
no,
movie
no, no.
now.
I don't mean try and fix this. I'm just saying, you just like math problems, not enough information. Um, what happened?
Yeah. That's why you got to stick around for the next movie, Dubster. Come on. See you in 3 years,
I'm
bro.
not. I'm not encouraging. Look, some math problems don't need to be solved. This is one of them.
Anyone else with a grade?
Fuck Hunger Games. I don't care.
Okay. Anthony, if you're there. He is not there. All right. Judges say 6.8. Fuck you, incomplete.
Yes.
All right. There's our review.
The people have spoken.